hello. Hello. This is
Like,
Dirty 20 Gaming. You almost caught me in the middle of a sentence. Well, you did, but I stopped, so you don't get to know the end of it. Neither did anybody else. We started playing several minutes ago, as you can see from the roll column. They started on their own. I couldn't stop them. So we'll get back to that in a few minutes, but they have figured out what they do and do not know. So, like having no brain. Yes, just like every time we play this silly game. Anyway, let's get the
Or maybe
technicals
it's one
out
of
of the
the
way
free
because we, like I said, we already started. So now I have to do the credit where credit is due bit. We are using Roll20 as our virtual tabletop of choice. All the art in the background is from the module itself, Storm King's Thunder, which you may recognize parts of if you've ever played it before or seen it before. Some of the themes might be similar, but most of them have been changed already.
If you haven't played it before, that's okay. You're not going to recognize it when you do.
This is not going to spoil your experience of the game at all in any way, other than you will have seen the map. But that's the art, and the character art is done using Hero Forge. So want to have fun with that. It is great fun. I wish they were sponsors, but I haven't asked them yet, so I guess it's probably not very likely. Probably not one of the 17 people that watches our show. But anyway, I should get on that. But first I should get on this. The people. No, I shouldn't get on the people. That's rude. You can't do it on Twitch. They'll throw you off. Scarred Adventure. See the segue there? Speaking of people I don't want to climb on top of. Scarred Adventure.
I don't. I'm 6'6". I don't think you.
Yeah,
could.
I know, and I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm afraid we'd both fall. So, tell us about the website, quick.
The website, thescarredadventure.com, which I won't put into the chat this time because I'm tired and I don't want to. Thescarredadventure.com is a lovely place full of lovely people doing artsy stuff, be it visual, written, or any other kind of art that we really want to put up there. It's a fun place. It's a great time to be there. Just head out, check it out. It's a fun place. It's a little quiet at the moment. I'm going to see if I can get it to be a little louder in a little bit. But also, I just started school. I'm a little swamped.
That's okay. There's lots they got there to catch up on, so they can keep themselves busy while you guys get creative. And there you go.
And thank you, Thunderscape 7. But I'm pretty sure it's thescarredadventure.com as opposed to scarredadventure.com. I don't think that leads to anywhere.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, there's an extra at the end too. Super fingers. Oh, speedy fingers. But anyway, that's all right.
No, the is supposed to be there, but there's also it's supposed to be a U. Here, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about the comment.
Here we go. You can find it.
There we go.
You can find it at our Discord. There you go. Fixed.
Yay.
There's the Discord in chat. One of the people that produces stuff for that channel also has their own channel. So, Sarah, there you go. There is the complete and utter link. The whole thing.
Yeah, if you are wanting to log in. So, head in, log in, make an account.
Yes, there you go. There you go. That's perfect. Yes, you should do that. Then you can read stuff from our next guest. Sarah, you put stuff on thescarredadventure.com. I've ruined that part of your own introduction for you. What else do you do, though?
I also...
Thunderscape, thank you so much.
We're so sorry. Thank you for putting up with my teasing.
We're assholes because we love you. That
No,
doesn't
they're
work,
very good. That's a good one. We're having
Okay, so I have two YouTube channels. It's not called that anymore.
No, it isn't. Nope.
Tanger Productions and Tanger Productions on Location. So yes, I post there eventually.
Excellent. It's going to be one of those nights. I could already
everyone posts somewhere.
It's already that night. In fact,
a day.
Yes. A day. Yes. So, seeing as how chat's talking to him already, I'll interrupt. Bison, thank you for joining us. You are streaminating as well. What is your schedule looking like?
My schedule is thankfully starting to actually be a little solid. I stream Monday nights. I'm currently streaming Control, 7 p.m. Pacific on my channel. There we go.
Oh, bam! Look at this.
Although I've been playing a lot of American Truck Simulator, and I don't know why. It's a fun game, but I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
Yep.
You can also find me on Saturdays here at Dirty 20 Gaming, playing One Ball and the final week of Cathedral D.
Yeah, you finally saw the big bad.
Mm.
Oh,
Also,
well, you saw a version of the big
to
bad.
person who has more of their life put together at this exact moment in time. Ooh.
Polished rod.
And that leaves us with Solar Dasher. I didn't ask before we started. Did you get any chance to stream this week?
Actually, I did.
You did? Oh, what did you stream? Tell us all about it.
Last night I was streaming a little bit of Fortnite before I went to bed. And earlier today I was streaming a little bit of Apex.
Oh, nice.
Because Fortnite's down.
Oh, no.
I'm scuffed at both, but I was trying very, very, very hard. I just put on, I just put my Twitch account in there.
Yes, please.
I also still have my RPG, but like it's just sitting and collecting dust, so I don't think it matters too much anymore.
Eh,
But
it'll come
hopefully,
around.
again next weekend, I'll be able to on Friday and Saturday again stream, maybe, sort of, kind of. I don't know.
Well, we will find out
Crossing
then.
fingers.
Yeah. Hard schedules are for successful people, and I know I, for one, am not a successful person. So we go when we go, and when we don't, and that's how that works. Actually, I saw a story years ago, a sign on the door that said, if the door's open, we're open. If the door's closed, figure it out.
The door is closed.
So you
It's
can read the
raining
sign.
outside.
Well, the thing is, the sign is on both sides of the door, so they would literally leave it open or closed, and you could see the same sign. It was wonderful. I went in and bought stuff just because of their sign. It was a crappy little gift shop. I bought something anyway just because the sign was so smart. Anyway, speaking of smart, I almost said, and then I looked at these four. Characters. I mean, yeah, it's only the characters.
Hey, I have a genius level intellect. It just doesn't always work.
It's just not turned on right now. Yes, in this huge room, literally a room of gigantic proportions. This is a temple of gigantic proportions. So this is big. There's air movement in here. There's almost weather. Bigford, you stand in the middle of this space with these giant statues towering around you. Idicus squirming, I'm assuming, in your arms. Idicus squirming? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nearby, Creature and Corfell stand pretty much shoulder to shoulder. All of you have just spun to the south as through that shattered ice wall steps a 19-foot tall version of Beowulf with an axe that is 9 feet long, weighs 750 pounds. Casually swinging it like it weighs nothing. The rolls that we did before the night started were actually to see who figured out what. So let's do them in order. Bickford, what did you figure out with an 11? Did you figure out that this is in
I
fact a
figured out
giant?
that big friggin' giant was actually Beowulf.
Excellent. With a 10 intelligence creature, what did you figure out with that?
I think it's Beowulf, but at the same time, I recognize the wolf more than I recognize the Beo.
Right. And that's what the wisdom was for. So gotcha. And Idicus.
No, the wisdom was for, do I have to fight this thing? Do I have enough energy to fight this thing? No, I don't.
Which brings us to Idicus, who Roll20 loves as much as everybody else because you rolled a 1 on your intelligence check to see if you recognized this ginormous critter what walked in the room. And you don't have a clue, Idicus. So let's start with you. You squirming in Bigford's arms. Bigford, at the shock of this, does Idicus get away? Like, are you going to fight? Because Idicus is squirming.
Honestly, with my dice luck, B, the way Idicus has rolled so far, I don't think I would have had a chance.
Right.
To bug out before I even noticed.
Just doing onto the floor. Yeah. So, free to move about the cabin, Idicus is huge, and it's all covered in fur, and it's got a ginormous axe, and there's no wood anywhere that it could be cutting.
Fred?
Does
Beowulf?
Atticus
Yeah.
how is Icus replying? In what language? Oh, and hello, readers.
Hey.
Oh, hey, hello. Wow, look at them all. It's the mass times the
Yay.
velocity. You got it. So, Beowulf the Giant, you step into this room. Maybe you should have drunk that potion. Shouldn't have drunk that potion. Or maybe you should have. Either way, you've got this huge axe in your hand, and you look down, and you're... I almost said friends. You guys aren't really friends. Your group is tiny. Even Creature that you usually look right in the eyes, even Bickford that you usually look slightly up at, are way down there. They're a third of your height. Idicus looks like a thimble from up here. And this thimble says, Fred, and holds up the tiny...
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I missed it. Was Icus speaking in common?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Fred's kind of
making sure.
universal at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's speaking all languages all over the place, so fair question. Absolutely. Better safe than sorry.
Beowulf is just gonna say, Beowulf. It's just gonna kind of reverberate throughout the
Yep.
area. 'cause
Oh, yeah.
He has a deep voice.
Because this place is built to your scale. Idicus, you look up, and there's a moment, because if you look at the map, I mean, Beowulf is, who you now realize it's Beowulf, is way up there. I was going to give you a number, but Idicus, it would take many Idicuses piled on top of each other to be one Beowulf. That, I think, might be a better idea. But, as big as that is, the statues on each side are 5 times. They're 5 of them piled on top of each other. And now you know it's Beowulf. What do you do?
Ow.
And now that you guys are reconnected, Beowulf's attacked by a cat. And takes Snuggles damage.
Yeah.
Beowulf, do you just stride over to the group?
Well, he stopped right there when he heard Icus.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can move this thing without the cat getting in the way. So he's just gonna kind of move over to about here
Yes.
and look at everybody.
Hmm. So just to remind you, the axe that you've got is the missing from this statue. Oops, I showed up more of that. I should have used this map over here. This statue.
That one?
Yeah, that's Thrym, the god that should have this axe in their hands. They don't at the moment. But also, off to your the right on the map, off to the east, is this portal. And now that you guys
There.
have had a second to look, yeah, the sort of this area here. Now that you've had a chance to look, there is these runes around the outside. Idicus, you've seen these before because they're in Mithril, and you decided that the foggy sparkly was more interesting than them, so you just walked through and banged your nose on a brick wall because the portal hasn't been opened yet. But those 6 runes surround the archway, and somehow you kind of look ruefully south of you where Harshnag is now frozen in time fighting the Remores. You have to figure out how to get through. Just for the sake of completeness, there are other options. There are 2 doors to the north in this room 2 doubles doors that you still haven't checked out. You could go there as well. Just because the map is so big and I wanted to make sure everybody knew all their options.
Well, Beowulf, knowing that the axe might go with the frost dude, is gonna go over there and view the statue, see if there's anything. Well, of course, he's first gonna view the portal, and then he's gonna view the statue to see if there's anything that he can recognize from the statue that is over here.
Okay. I
And
like this.
Yeah. How many statues are there again?
Beowulf speaks giant too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 6 100-foot tall statues, and then the 200-foot tall one in the center.
Yeah.
which is twice as big as they were in the module. For reasons. That reason becoming apparent right now. No, not just because. There's a reason. Beowulf, as you approach this statue, even at 20 feet tall, and even holding your hands up like this statue is 100 feet tall. You cannot, by yourself, put this axe back in its hand. It would require some pretty fancy climbing and probably a pulley system to get it up there. But give me, that'll give you for free. For a roll, give me a investigation check, because you're looking at Thrym and then going back and looking at the portal to see what you can find. 22. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. This is perfect. I took away your hint, and you now get it back absolutely legitimately by rolling. Harshnag is frozen in the other room. You see on a jeweled collar around this giant's neck, there's a pendant. And on that pendant, there's a symbol. And it's the one that's on the archway runes marked as Ild. I-L-D, so the very top row on the left-hand side.
All right.
You look back over at the archway. The archway is 40 feet tall. So that rune is 50 feet off the floor and off to the side of the main doors. Do you tell the others what you found, first of all?
Oh, yes. And then he thinks, what if I drink more of that potion?
Will it make you bigger?
You drank a
That's
potion?
what he's wondering, too. What do you think, guys? Should I...
my world
either...
has just been shattered. Do your thing.
Should I drink some more of that potion that made me big?
You're telling Iticus that you drank a potion to make you bigger.
Yep.
Yep.
And just to be clear, Beowulf and the others, you aren't giant-sized. You are a giant. You look down and you have all the characteristics of a frost giant.
That one's the smallest of the giants, isn't it?
No, those are hill. Frost giant is... wait a minute. Maybe I've got this wrong. It's Thrym. Let me look.
Those giants are only 15 feet.
Well, they were, yeah.
They were.
They are the smallest.
Let me find my guys here. Yeah, Thrym, the one that you're looking at. The one whose statue you were just looking at. They are the frost giant, and frost giants are the 3 out of 6 on the scale of size.
Okay.
So hill, something else, frost, and then 3 more.
Isn't it hill, stone, and then...
Yeah, I just didn't want to complicate the conversation by putting in all the names we didn't need.
Okay, well, I just did. So.
Well, either way, he would need help with that because, if I recall, the bottle did not grow with him. It stayed the same size.
It's like this big now.
So in a pace.
Iticus? Is there any, he asked leadingly, climbing going on or anything of that sort?
Iticus is going to go find the bottle.
Beowulf, do you still have it on your person, or did you leave it in the other room? I never asked. No, because when you went up, I kept saying how much smaller it was getting. So you've got it, yeah.
Yeah, I dropped it.
You dropped it or you have it?
If he has it, it's somewhere in his fur coat.
Okay, so not visible then, Iticus, but you know it exists,
Yeah,
and you know there's more.
It would be like in a pocket on the inside of his fur coat.
Yeah.
He's probably going off to find it.
Oh, so you want to go off to the south room to go look for another one?
To see if it's there?
Absolutely, yep. Iticus starts buggering off. This is how all the great adventures start. Bigford.
All of our sessions start.
Bigford
buggers off.
You let him wiggle out. He hit the ground. He looked around and went, and then gone.
Creature looks down at Bigford. Judging by your distance, will you catch him before I do?
Probably.
Then go for it.
All right.
And you go tearing off after. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is magnificent.
Like Creature is angrily trying to smoke again, and it's not working.
So Bickford, we're gonna say, gets to there. Idicus is scrambling though, just going, heading for this big shattered ice wall.
It would be literally, Bickford would be far enough behind that Idicus thinks he's okay, but his
Yep.
hands would be just
Yeah,
there.
just the yep, the pizzicato violin strings.
Yeah,
As opposed to the slow pizzicato violin strings of sneaking up on somebody, then chickening out and going away.
In the meantime,
Yes, Beowulf.
Beowulf is going
Creature, I'm getting to you in a second. Beowulf, what are you doing?
He's going to take a look at this big guy here and see if there's any.
Okay.
I mean, from the looks of it from here, it looks like there's a circle, and I'm assuming he would actually see like that groove in the ground. So he's
Oh
gonna
yes,
take
yeah.
look
It's a
and
that's
see
a
if there's
plinth. Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
ground is broken because this castle is 10,000 years old. This temple,
Yeah, so it's not a way to move it or anything.
and only giants are ever supposed to be here, and only like 9 giants in the whole universe know it exists. What?
Well,
And also, Creature
And-
is now feeling super old because he's got memories going back 10,000
He
years.
does now. Yep. Beowulf, you look up at the giant statue. Perfect. Creature, you look and watch Bickford chasing Idicus and just hear that. It's a clown show heading across the room again.
Creature is trusting Bickford,
Yep.
which may be a mistake, but is trusting Bickford enough to go and catch Idicus.
Yeah.
And at that point, he's just like sitting on top of the Allfather's head, and he's trying to smoke. It's not working, and then he just keeps putting the butts out
On the Allfather's head?
on the Allfather's head.
Oh, that's right, because you walked up there. Right. Okay.
Yeah, not even on his head, just like on his face,
Okay.
directly on his face, and just
Yep.
tossing them, and then going to the next one, just angrily going, "This is your fault, you know."
Perfect. The whole statue shudders.
He starts to make like a frowny face with the ashes.
Yeah.
The whole statue shudders. The chest
Damn
opens
it.
up. The tentacles come out.
oh dear.
One of them snaps down and grabs Corfell around the waist. And the chest slams shut. All the tentacles just making it back inside in time. And right here, in your face, a faceless face, 30 feet tall, goes,
How many times has this happened now?
all of them.
You're gonna eat all of them.
No, this happens every time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Can you give us back Corfell? I mean, he's kind of important to the story, you know?
The whole thing comes around. No.
Man, it's just, I'm gonna treat him like a library book. Bring him back sometime in the future, near future. I'm gonna start charging him money.
I think so.
The head
Don't think there's
rotates.
gonna
Corfell gets abducted
Holy moly.
again. This happens frequently. I'm assuming it'll play out.
There's some. There's a face going on. Cindy, everything okay?
Yeah, I think so. I just heard this big noise like a thunder, but there's no clouds.
Holy crap. Okay. Keep us in the loop. Go check if you need to.
Well, I don't think it would have been behind me, but because the lights are still on, otherwise, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Car did just take off real quick, so maybe it's just nothing. If I hear sirens, then I'll worry.
okay. All right. Oh, I hate where you live. I hate where several of you live. To be frankly completely honest
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, I love living next to Juarez. It's fun.
Oh man, you guys, you live in the place where weather can kill you. The only way weather can kill me here is it snows me in for 4 days. That, and I got lots of time to get ready for that. But anyway, back to this. At this moment, unbeknownst to what's going on behind you, that's not the right use of the word, but it's a good word, so I'm using it there anyway. Idicus, you cross that icy boundary with Bigford right behind you into that southern room. And you look and you see, well, I mean, it's right there. Let me move the two of you. Boom. And Bigford, you
think I
kind
know.
of skid to a stop behind them.
I feel like I know what's about to happen.
That would be surprising, considering I don't yet.
Oh, cool. I'm not going to say what I think because then you'll
Idicus.
just go and do it.
You come barreling through this wall into this room. Ahead of you on the table, like the weirdest centerpiece of all time, wrapped in dark blue ice, is a giant throttling a snake creature. But literally frozen in time. You guys check, this ice isn't even cold. The rest of the room spreads out in front of you. The fire pit in the far distance of your vision, just barely visible.
I feel like Idicus is too small, but does he see either of the bottles or no? Or where they were?
Give me an investigation check, and we'll see what you find. If you find something, and what you find if you find it.
I'm looking for threats.
16. Okay. Yeah, Bigford, you just like give me an perception check for that. Nope. You see squat. Every time your eyes pass across the giant and the Remoras, you're like, wow, just what killed us? Just what killed us? Just what killed us? It just keeps drawing you. You can't pay attention.
Yeah, the snake, the Remoras being that dark blue crystal.
Yep.
It's still got the heat and
you can actually, now that you mention it, what you do see is, remember it had the red spikes on the back where heat was radiating out of them?
Mhm.
Those are cold now. It's stopped because time has stopped, but they managed to melt the ice around each one. So each one of those spikes, although they're now blue and cold, is in a bubble in the ice all the way down the back.
Yeah, I think Bigford would be keeping an eye on that fucking thing because that's the creepiest thing he's ever seen.
Thank you.
And he's worked with ogres.
Yeah.
And he sees it as the biggest threat.
Yeah. So you're watching that to make sure it doesn't come back.
Idicus
Yeah,
just,
exactly. Yeah, Homer and
Watch
Bart,
out.
exactly, but frozen in time forever.
Yeah.
Idicus.
Completely.
Unbothered by that, because you take 2 steps forward and you can't see it anymore. It's way up there on a table that's 30 feet tall, right? You're just looking. We did determine last week that there is the equivalent of gum stuck underneath the seats and the tables in this place. And you're you're little, so you kind of run forward a little bit and look up at the bottom of the seat, and there's a whole bunch of places where people have reached around and stuck their gum on the bottom of the thing. In one of those, there's a little, it just looks like a folded up piece of paper. It looks like if you unfolded it, it would be about that big. But it's all folded in a very ornate fashion, like an origami container.
Okay, he'll run over to it and in my head Idicus is just too short to get.
He is, yeah, I was just going to say, that's why I went like that. You're 3 feet tall, the bottom of the seat is 10 feet off the ground. 6 feet straight up.
I'm just imagining little hopping.
Yep.
Clank, clank,
Yeah.
clank.
Oh, so. Idicus. Frustration begins to bubble in the happiest mind in the universe.
Help.
Bigford, you're watching this thing to see if it comes alive, and from underneath the table, your charge, the thing you have sworn to protect on repeated occasions, all you hear is, help.
All right. Bigford, first Bigford reaches his hand down
Yeah.
to hold Iticus's hand. He looks up, like, pokes it a couple times with his blackjack just to
Yep.
see if it, in case it wakes up.
one little flap kind of comes open. It's still stuck in the gum, but the rest of this thing is starting to swing. You can tell there's a bit of weight to it. Not much, but a bit of weight in it.
Well, it's not too much for him to reach up and just sort of.
No, not at all. You pull it down, paper and all. You look inside, and there's one. This is what happens when you give me time to think. There's a tablet inside, and I don't mean like a plug it in because the battery's dead. I mean like a preformed chunk of powder that's been pressed into a tablet form. It's got 4 score marks on it, so it looks like you cut it into quarters. It was for giants, so it's this big and like that thick. Iticus, Bickford's got your package. Whoa, Bickford's got the thing you were looking at.
Phrasing.
I always do this to you. I'm so rude. Iticus, he's got the thing, your thing.
Shiny?
Kind of dull, actually. Sort of
Oh.
brings it down so Iticus can look at it.
Yep.
Down to his level.
He's just gonna turn around because he didn't find it and go ask Beowulf now.
Okay, so Bickford, Iticus just turns and walks away, and you're standing there with this giant tablet in your hand.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. The
Bickford-
size of a pizza.
Bickford
but thicker.
calls.
Yeah.
Bickford yells over the Beowulf. Iticus is yours now. I'm going to take a look at this room.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
I'll
At
deal
that,
with
we'll
Iticus.
jump back exactly into the other room at this moment, and we find we're missing a Corfell. Beowulf, you hear that bellowed through the other side. You're still kind of watching this statue of a god laughing at your party member. It just
Hey,
ate
who's the
Corfell.
god now?
It just ate Corfell. Actually, Bickford, I'm going to say that creature was too close. Like you were literally in its face. But Bickford, give me an intelligence check. I'd like
You mean
intelligence
Beowulf?
checks. Beowulf. That's what I meant. I like how Bickford did it anyway. Because
I was about to.
I'm a good player. I don't know why I'm doing this. Seth told me to
Oh,
roll.
I'm not very intelligent at all.
Oh, that's okay. A 5.
Giant roll right there.
That's okay. That works. Yeah. He's gone.
So where did he go, George?
The statue freezes again, as it was before. The laughter stops. Iticus is coming running back into the room empty-handed.
Beowulf's just gonna kind of knock into the statue with the butt of the axe.
Okay.
Want to help us out on this one, buddy? Or are you just gonna stand there looking stupid?
Are you talking to Iticus or?
No,
I'm
that's the
talking to
statue,
the
right?
statue.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
He's actually talking to the statue. He's pissed at the statue right now, so he's like, bonk, bonk, bonk. Can you just help
Advantage,
us
yeah.
already, or just stop being such a jerk?
Advantage for
Took
the
away
good
one of our
idea.
members already.
Advantage for the good idea. Disadvantage for being rude to a god. It all balances out.
you know, creature is in the middle of finding some charcoal to write the words "faceless prick."
on the face of the faceless prick. Absolutely. So yes.
So
Give
you'll
me a
ask that
persuasion
before that
roll,
happens.
Beowulf. Yeah, that's the one. Let's see it.
Iticus is starting to rub off on a creature, I think.
Yeah,
He's starting to vandalize shit.
Beowulf. Hey, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, the axe disappears from your hand and reappears in the statue.
Bastard.
Oh, on the frost giant statue.
Yep, goes back to its home on the frost giant statue. It's now holding it.
That's good, right?
Creature?
I mean,
you're-
that's good, right?
You're writing rude things on its face? Yeah.
I had half a mind, I'd smack you. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
I'm assuming you're talking to the statues. I'm not doing anything smack-worthy at the moment.
Creature, I
At the
wouldn't be
moment.
talking to you. Go away. Just do your thing.
Okay.
Iticus gets to
So now he's knocking on the frost giant. Can you wake up and tell me what to do?
Is that the frost giant or is that the cloud giant?
That's the frost giant. That's Thrym.
This is the frost
Yeah.
giant.
I may have said cloud the first time, but that's Thrym the frost giant.
Oh, okay.
With the
I
great
don't
axe. Yeah. You are a frost giant. The hands open and the axe is falling towards you. It's not an attack, it's giving you the axe, but it's 100 feet tall and you're 20 feet tall, so it's coming.
Yep, gonna make an attempt to grab it.
You give me a dex save. 12.
Can creature assist in
It's,
some way?
it's not necessary. You catch it, but it kind of drags you sort of down to one knee, and the head of it clangs against the floor and echoes around the room. Bong, bong, bong. Creature, instead of assisting, I would like you to give me a perception check.
Oh wait, I think perception I'm actually good at.
Well, Dex I'm actually good at, but apparently
Aha!
not that
It's
good.
not that time. 20.
Aha!
You
Ah!
see it.
Nat
This
20.
was a very, very difficult thing to see, but yeah, you were using a material to write on the face. There's you said it was like carbon, or it was like
Oh, just
ash or
charcoal.
something. Charcoal,
Like
perfect.
There
There was a
he would
little-
use charcoal to mark things so
Yep.
he could amputate.
Yep, perfect. So
Makes
there's
sense
a
to
little pebble. I know that's not the right word because they're flat faced and kind of shiny that didn't get ground up with the rest of the charcoal. It's actually a little brick. And as you're smearing this out, you see that and you look at it like, hey, that should have been ground up. I paid good money for this. And you see in the reflection of that surface, one of the runes, not ruins, runes flickers. And it's the one marked Ild. It happened at the second that the axe hit the floor.
So is it glowing now, or
No,
is it?
it just
It's
you just saw it in the reflection here. It just went, and by the time you turn to look, it's
Momentarily.
gone.
okay.
But you are convinced you saw, and you're convinced. You're convinced. You're convinced.
You know what? Let's just see if this works. The creature kind of just cracks his bones a bit.
Yeah.
Bones, exoskeleton.
Yep.
And just starts essentially Spider-Manning. Like he just, like tendril just shoots out of him
Okay.
as far as it reaches, like to a ceiling point or
Your tendrils
or
are
to
only
another
like
statue.
10 feet long, aren't they? Because they don't give you reach in melee, right?
Oh no, they don't give me reach. I'm just
No, you
Trying
have to have
to use
something.
this
No,
for
you can already
narrative
walk up
purposes.
walls. I'm gonna have to say no to this. The roof is still
Okay.
another 100 feet high from here.
okay.
So-
I was just hoping that I could Spider-Man in such a way that it's just from the stomach, or like George of the Jungle is.
Down
Swing
here,
from
I mean,
statue to statue.
I mean, these
But
squares
no,
are
that's a
20 feet each, so that's that's too much. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, creature's going to walk down.
Okay.
He's going to walk down and walk to whatever statue is closest. I think it's the Cloud Giant on the southeast.
From where you are, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Memnor.
And so-
yeah, that is Memnor, the cloud giant down here.
What weapon is he holding?
Let me check. Because I didn't write this. A mithril spear.
So creature kind of walks up onto his face,
Yep.
knocks on the side of it, and just kind of says, "Can I have your spear? I think I'm testing a theory, but
Okay.
I'll give it back if
Yep.
you want it. But
It's going to take you a while to get there because you got to walk all the way down the 200-foot thing and all the way across there.
yeah.
But yes,
and
that's
he'll
where
wave at
you're-
Idicus
Yeah.
briefly. He'll just wave at Idicus as he passes by.
All right, so you're headed in that direction as Idicus comes. Yeah, Idicus. Actually, let's finish Beowulf. You got sort of knocked to one knee with this axe. You asked for help. This is what you got.
Apparently, you're not supposed to have this, he says as he stands up. Then he remembers about the ruins and remembers that this one has the, the
saw it.
correlation
Yeah.
between the two ruins.
Yep. You
He's
also
like,
know about the Ild. Yes.
Yeah. So he's curious and he's gonna make his way over here.
Okay, that's the direction
Of
you're headed.
course, while Creature's
Perfect.
making his way over here,
Yep.
and Idicus does whatever Idicus is going to do.
Yes. Speaking of which, Idicus, you're back in the room with the big people again, but neither one of them is paying any attention to you at all.
Idicus has literally forgotten why. I wish I was kidding. So he's gonna go off and find the shiny thing.
Okay. What shiny thing are you looking for? Which direction are you going?
Just
I will find you a shiny thing. Just tell me which direction are you going?
to the other doors.
Up north. Okay. Okay, that's where you're headed. So you go whizzing past the Allfather and head for which doors? The east or the west? On the north side.
Either.
Okay, I'll put you there.
Whichever ones he can open up.
You can't open any of them. These are giant doors. And they're all covered in ice. Oh no, these ones are not covered in ice. But they're like, you could maybe push one open. I'll give you a chance when you get there.
Is there any cracks that he can?
There's absolutely
Sneak in.
positively going to be cracks. In fact, you don't even have to roll. You find a place where the hinges have kind of rotted away over 10,000 years. There's a bit of rock rot. And you could absolutely, you're pretty sure you could squeeze an Idicus through there.
Okay.
So that's your plan? That's
Yep.
3. Bigford. Big giant room all to yourself.
Yeah, Bickford didn't actually get into this room. He never, or we sort of did.
Just barely, though. You have
Yeah.
not had a look around. Like, there's a big fire pit down there. There's a whole... This is the dining room, obviously.
Yeah.
You can tell that.
I think I don't remember which one you said the potions were on, but he's gonna go
They were way back here with the...
over.
like, I don't even think you can see that far yet. But what you can see, just barely over here on the on the dais, is an altar.
Okay, he's gonna make his way over that way.
Okay. So you head... That's where everybody's going.
Now, Dr. Creature would like to remind people, don't take drugs you find underneath chairs for no good reason. This show may be
Put that on
contradictory
your-
to that.
Put your...
As we say, not as we do.
As we say, not as we do.
This is a
has
fantasy
the Creature
world.
seal of approval. Don't take drugs that don't belong to you.
Oh, come on. I thought seconds about this drug. Come on. Anyway,
But
I
it's
want to
nice.
start
Lots in
with
my hand. It's fine.
Idicus. Idicus. There's a crack in here you're absolutely positively convinced is Idicus sized.
Perfect. What do I have to roll?
Give me a dexterity check. Just a straight dexterity check. Or no, sorry, acrobatics. Acrobatics. This is definitely wiggling. 14. Okay. You kind of leap into the hole and get going and get going. The other side is kind of frozen and it's kind of sticky. And you get the exact opposite of what children get on the playground because you are the metal that is touching the cold rock. And every time you touch it, like freezes and you have to pull your hand off as you pull your way through the hole. So you keep getting stuck. And you eventually are halfway through when you get stuck. And you get... What do you do?
Dr. Creature also says, don't stick your tongue on poles. You
That's
idiot.
literally what I was about to reference. Saying,
I'm going to put you here so you can see.
We need the food.
yes.
That's why I like to review my spells. Thing is I played many characters, so I forgot that this one doesn't have any fire spells.
Right. So Idicus.
And this
you
one is all
step
out of
through-
his fire things.
as tends to happen in icy locations when you haven't had a break in a while, because nobody asked to take one. Idicus, you find yourself on a huge platform, and off to your right hand side, there's a big flight of stairs going up. And to your left hand side, way over past where you can see, you can kind of tell that there's probably another one over there. But right next to you, just to your left, there's a big plinth. You heard them called that before. And on it is a giant statue of a stone giant. Everything in here is covered in ice, so everything is sparkly.
He's gonna go look at the. You said there were stairs.
Yep, there's stairs off to your right. You should be able to see on the map. Scroll
I can
up
only-
from the main room.
Yeah, I
You should
can
be all
only
by
see a
yourself
little
up there. Oh yeah, because that's all your vision you've got. That's
Yeah.
60 feet of dark vision on this map. That's the idea of the scale, right? So the stairs are just on the edge of your vision. And remember, these are giant stairs. Each one of them is almost 2 of you tall.
Okay, so he's not going up the stairs.
Thank you so much for the bits.
Yes,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, he's too small to
Nothing
put
to
on the
nothing to
stairs.
get you to remind you that Chad is there and to see the little spinny things. It's like, ooh. Thank you so much. Yes,
So he'll probably go look at the plinth.
at the plinth, absolutely. So you head back the other way. You head over this way and start looking. I'm going to move you because you have to go around the corner to see it. Like you could see it sticking out above this thing, and as you step around the corner, you realize that the plinth is actually like a box, and it wasn't half a giant on top of a box. It's a whole giant in a box. So you can see that where that big star is on the map. That's actually a stone giant statue
Okay.
looking north up that hallway.
He's basically just gonna wander.
Yep. Well, in that case, I will take that opportunity. You wander over here, and you see above you to the north this big wide hallway. It's 40 feet wide, and it goes forever into the darkness. And your footsteps go clang, 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 and they come back clang, clang, clang. There's an echo. It's so big. You look over your shoulder. Nobody knows Idicus is gone.
He's totally going down it.
He's heading up.
It's going to be like a kid jumping around, just listening to the clank, 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 clank.
Just following your echo up the hall. I love it. Oh, magnificent. Meanwhile, let's skip that one for now. Creature, where were you going?
Cloud giant.
Cloud giant, right? Yes, let's do that then.
I gotta
You-
take the ears off.
Yeah. Okay. You come rolling up to this this statue. What is it that you want to do?
I'm walking up the statue, just
Yep.
kind of in a kind of with this sense of boredom, and also as I'm traveling up the giant, I'm going to do the healing hands flurry of blows on myself. To gain a little bit of health.
Yep.
I don't think I need to roll to hit, but I do
Nope.
need to.
No, you just you just heal.
Yeah,
burn the key
it'll
points.
still roll to hit.
Yeah. Burn the key point for the flurry of blows, but
Yeah, and he's doing 2 of them, so he's now. I'm burning 2 key points,
key point free almost. Yes. So you make it to the top.
and it's 6 I have to do.
Let's skip back to you.
I'm
now.
remembering now. So that's 10, 17, 11, 21, 28.
Kicking my ass, 9.
28. What is? I am tired. 36 is
There
my
you go.
total.
A
now.
ton of hit points back as you walk up this creature, and then you were going to speak to it or yell. But how do you present yourself
like,
to it?
I am tired. I've been beaten up.
Yep.
I have angry smoked.
Yep.
I have defaced a statue of something that looks like me.
Yep. And it
So
ain't
I'm
your
just-
friend.
Yeah,
Yeah. Friend. I use that word again, advisedly.
he ate a friend, but also at the same time, Creature knows he'll be back, and hopefully this time he'll have pockets loaded with change because he got his library return fees with him. And so he just kind of walks over to the statue, right about where here would be,
Yep, right beside the eye. This one's actually
Yeah.
got a face. Yep.
a little bit kind of on the temple area.
Yep.
He just kind of knocks right about here
Mm-hmm.
with his knuckle, just kind
Yes.
of going, "Hey, big guy, need you for something. Would you like to help, or would you like to be a statuesque nothing?"
Give me a persuasion check. No advantage. Not with that approach. But I'll give.
No, he's not looking for advantage. He's just
No.
he's tired, and he's been beaten the crap out of. And
Yep.
he just wants some. He wants some blood now.
Yep.
Like he,
Some of you want
'Cause he's gotten
answers. Some of you
some-
want blood. Some of you want shiny. It's gonna be great.
yeah, like he knows where he can get blood, but at the same time, he promised not to get blood from those people.
Yes.
19.
19
nice
persuasion. That works. It's and you know what? It's a giant. They're different. Two things happen. It's got its mithril spear in two hands. One hand reaches up and grabs you and just plucks you like a bug, like a leech, and puts you on the ground. The other hand reaches back with the mithril spear, rotates until it's pointed at Beowulf, and throws.
Oh, jeez.
Creature in the most crazy athletic he can do is going to try and catch the spear mid-flight, but only be pulled away by it in all likelihood by the sheer
You're going to
velocity.
need. This is a god throwing a magical item. You're going to need a nat 20 acrobatics to do this, to
Let's
catch it.
do
And
it.
I still
I'm-
guarantee nothing.
Oh no, I'm not even hoping to. Like, I'm just hoping to latch on and then
Yep.
accidentally hit Beowulf as well. That's an 11. That's
Nope.
not hit,
So
doing
no,
anything.
you lunge and it is gone. Beowulf, you hear that this whole movement of the rock and it turns and it throws. From where you are, you can tell it's not going to hit. It's going to hit in front of you, and it hits in front of you and kind of skids sideways and slides to a stop at your feet.
He wipes a little bit of sweat off his head.
Sorry!
For half a minute there, it was going to fall for him.
Yep.
Beowulf is going to...
I didn't realize these statues were such terrible people.
They're not really terrible, you just pissed them off.
I don't even know if I pissed it off. I didn't do very much of anything.
So, you're.
If I pissed it off, it should have thrown it at me, not you.
Whatever. At any rate, do you see any symbols on him?
Creature is actually just, as it hit the ground, he was also watching to see if the archway
Yep.
flickered.
Not this time. Beowulf.
I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
You
He's
have the
gonna-
great axe.
He's going to try and get the great axe into the spot where Ild is.
Absolutely. And it's a stretch because it's way up. But you find a handhold on this archway and kind of shimmy your way up. It's amazing how strong you are. If we had to put a number on it, it would be a strength of 25. And you just haul your huge giant self up this thing, reach out with your hand, and slam the great axe into that mithril rune. And there is a blast of cold that runs down your arm, like Alaska just moved in for a second. And then it's gone, and you drop back to the ground. You're numb from the cold. And you turn as you land and look to your right through this, what was a portal before. And you see beyond a grand chamber. 6 more statues of giants, all covered in a meter of ice, like a yard of ice all over all of their surfaces. And in the midst of them, laying on the ground, a dead giant lying in state.
Beowulf just kind of goes, "Oh my goodness!" But he's trying to be as quiet as he can because he doesn't want to scare the others.
Yes.
And then he's gonna pick up. He's gonna pick up the spear.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't say the name. He's gonna pick up the
Oh.
spear.
Yes,
And
you
look
have
it
to.
over.
You have to because the great axe, at the moment it touched the rune, after that flash of cold, disappeared and is now back in the hands of the storm giant statue behind you.
Okay.
So
Beowulf is
you
gonna,
then pick up the mithril spear of the
Yeah.
cloud giant. Okay.
Hold up, time out. Creature thinking of seeing that it went back and thinking, we need to see the Allfather, right? Or the Oracle of the Allfather?
Yep.
Is there a 7th slot where I can be shoved in?
You're not at the door. You yelled that to Beowulf. Beowulf, you look in and see this. This entire room is clearly another ritual. It's the inner temple. You're enough of a giant now, you know. It's only supposed to be giants in here. This is like the holy of holies for giants. There's 9 giants in the whole world that know where this place is. For some reason, the Allfather brought you lot here because they think you can fix whatever has gone wrong. Bigford.
Did he hedge his bets?
Did he Benson and hedge his bets? He put all his money in cigarettes, made a fortune. Bigford, you keep moving through this huge room. The scale is just, it's boggling. The seats are 10 feet. It's like picnic tables, but the seats are 10 feet off the floor. The table's 5 feet above that. And you just walk and walk and walk and walk. The only source of heat in this room is this brazier in the center, this big fire pit. But it's enough to keep the room melted. And as you approach this altar, you can see the Remoras has made a nest in it. And you can just see broken pieces of pottery, and it's all like shards of pottery and broken glass that it's made its nest out of.
Okay. No sign.
But it's hard to tell because it's covered like a turtle nest, right? It's
Okay.
a heap. Yeah.
Can I tell? I'm going to sort of head towards what looks like an entrance to this nest or whatever.
Yeah.
Can I tell if there's anything on the inside? If well, I'm not going to go in if there's fucking young.
Yes.
So, kind of evidence if this is just sort of like a crash pad for a single, or if it's a crash.
You have to dig a little bit to open up because it's almost like a tunnel into this mound of material. You kind of have to pull a couple pieces out of the front. It's almost like it was hiding its lair. And as you look in, you see the glint of red. Just a reflection of red off of a curved surface.
Like the same kind of red as the Remoras? Does it feel any warmer?
Yes, as you dig a little more and lean forward, there's warm air coming out.
I'm going to back away and see what else is. Is that all that's there? Is there the altar? You said
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Those are spells.
Yeah.
Investigation.
17. The only other thing you find in this immediate region are the bones of what appear to be humans and scraps of Uthgard barbarian armor. This is what the Remoras has been eating.
No.
With a 17, though, I'm going to give you this, too. It's an egg in there.
Yeah, okay.
My.
That's not worth the risk. It would be hilarious, but not worth the risk.
Okay.
Where's omelets?
Omelets, but
Self-heating, self-cooking omelet. It's a hot egg. It's...
omelets, but it also might, crack and fucking try to eat Atticus or something.
No, I'm very aware. I'm just saying. No.
So that's what you
This
find.
is out of character
Yes.
as well.
What do you do, Bickford? You said you
Um,
backed away.
Yeah, he's not gonna poke that dragon.
Okay.
He has enough bad experiences fighting things by himself. Nah.
Yep.
Is that all that's in this area? He's kind of
Yeah, that's all that you find in this zone. Yep.
okay. Yeah, he's gonna leave that shit alone.
Okay.
At this point, have I passed where? Did Beowulf keep both potions or just the one?
I think only just the one.
Just the one. So the other one would still be down there on that table. Yes, the invisibility potion
Mm.
that you
Considering
wouldn't
Iticus
know.
is far enough away from it now. Invisible Iticus adventures.
That would be so bad.
That would be terrible.
That's what I thought you were going for initially, and then you said, "Oh, there's this pill," and I went, "Oh, thank the gods."
He is
Oh, I have
going-
to remember the pill. That's it's going to be fun when somebody finally remembers to take it.
He's gonna head over to the invisibility potion or whatever. While he does that, he's going to sort of look at this weird tablet thing that just sort of give it more of a once over. He said it was kind of a the thing I pulled, like there's the paper and it was you said it was like a tablet that I pulled from the
Oh, the drugs. Yes, yeah. The oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for giving. Yeah, they give a gift and you give them a sub. Thank you, appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, you pull it out again and it's like it's about that big around. It's got the four. It's scored into 4 parts, so you could easily break it into 4 pieces. Your partner is telling you to eat the tablet. I can tell. I don't even have to ask.
yeah, no, yeah.
It splits into 4. Share it with your friends.
It's a lot more than 4. It's 4 doses for giants.
Yeah, Bigfoot's gonna break off a piece just enough to
Yep. And have the
chew it.
chunk. Yep.
Just a small-
Oh,
Dr.
Bigfoot.
Creature would like to remind people once again,
hold on.
don't take drugs that aren't yours.
Possession is
So-
9/10 the law.
So you went and grabbed the
This is just a common
invisibility
sense
potion
rule.
first, right?
Yeah.
Just to be clear? Okay, so you put
Yeah, so-
invisibility potion on your sheet, put most of a tab on your sheet, and you have a munch and start to chew and kind of swallow it back. And it's bitter, man. Like it tastes like chemicals. It's not good. This is all chemical yuck. And you look around and the fires, you kind of turn your head and everything's moving slow. Even the air is going slow.
Whoa. My eyes just start to.
You think you say whoa, but what you hear in your own ears is whoa.
Oh shit! I think I know what I have.
It sounds like slow-mo, the drug from Dread.
Except the other way.
It's exactly this is a big pill of haste.
Yeah,
You also feel really, really happy.
I would assume so.
Yep.
Bigfoot
Yes,
has
yes.
the urge to do laps,
Yes.
so
Ecstatic laps even. Yeah.
static laps.
Mhm.
So when someone comes back through here, what they're going to see is a 7.5 foot tall bugbear party boy grooving
To music
Around
only you can
Harshnag.
hear. Yeah.
in the Remoras.
Oh, beautiful. Up on the table.
Up
oh,
on the
table
table.
dancing. Yep, making his own music.
Yeah,
Beautiful. I love it.
at like 300 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. No, we broke her. This is one of my favorite things to do. Yes. now that we've broken you,
Okay. I'll be okay.
your turn. Idicus, you're way up heading into this hallway. Oh, so far away, heading into this hallway. Where are you? I've lost you on my map. I see you over there. Where are you over here? Oh, I see. Gotcha. There we go. Yes. You can see ahead of you this huge, wide, sparkly hallway. It's all covered in ice. And right out the end of your dark vision-y little goblin-y abilities, you see a door on each side. Huge doors.
It worked once. Let's try this again. Are there any cracks?
They're wide open. These doors, I'll move you forward here a little bit so you can see. They're completely wide open in front of you. There are doors, but they're all wide open.
He'll just start by going into the closest one and looking.
You were on this side first. So you get to here, and you peek in. This is dorm rooms for giants. There's bunk beds on both sides, but the beds are 20 feet long and like 10 feet wide. And the blankets on them, you could snuggle in for a month in one corner and never even mess up the bed.
Oh, wow.
But it's all covered in ice.
He's just gonna keep doing what he's doing, which is just looking around at this place. 'Cause
Yeah, so you go to this room and it's the same. So you think it must be different down here. So you head down here and it's more rooms that are kind of the same. But the ice is getting thicker. And so it's getting more sparkly. And the doors are getting slightly smaller because they're kind of frozen in the ice. So I'm assuming you keep going?
Yep.
You just keep going and go. Oops, I moved you the wrong way. Hang on. Ah! What is this doing? Hang on. What have I done? Objects and tokens. There we go. I'm supposed to know. Nope, it's not working. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to do it over here. So you keep moving forward and moving forward. I'll just do it in little sections here. And you creep and creep and creep forwards more and more. And you get to here, you feel like you're probably over halfway. In fact, let me see which one you get to, because I'm going to, a little bit further, because I want to do this. Nope, I want to do this. You get to here, and when you peek in this room on this side, something's different about this room. The ice is a little thicker, so you kind of step in and move towards the back, and there's a big crack in the wall. Like it's broken.
Yep, let's go through.
Into the tunnel. All by yourself, creeping through the tunnel. Never having a thought that this might be a bad idea. You keep going and going, not mapping your way in any way, shape, or form, because that is such a not an Idicus thing to do. Going and going and going. That's why I'm moving you so quickly and only showing you parts of it. The audience gets to see how convoluted this is, but you have no clue. As you keep working your way along and along and along. Oops, and getting bigger. And along and along and along. Until you get to a split. One's going this way, one's going that way.
Look back at each twice and go, alright.
Yeah, I saw which way you went, so.
Does not care.
And I'm just gonna, you just keep walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking, and it takes forever. And you find yourself in this kind of a maze-looking place, almost. Like you begin to think maybe for the first time that this might not be so good. This might not be so safe to be here.
That would be a literal, like, fleeting thought of,
Yeah, just
maybe
blink
I should
just
go
for a
back for
second.
them.
Yeah. And I just
And
having to I'm having to refresh my page, my actual command page, so I can affect stuff again. Because Roll20 had a bit of a conniption.
Near to the end of this, creature is having a bit of a, like the Kevin's mom moment in Home Alone.
We realize they're gone.
The hell is Idicus?
Yes, at this moment you realize that they are gone.
And then Creature says what will hopefully become a catchphrase. Oh, shiticus.
Yes. That was a party name idea.
Is that it? I cannot get this damn thing. Arg. Okay. Roll 20s being a pain in the butt. All right. So, that's okay. It's going to be a short night tonight, unfortunately, just because. Idicus, you step around the corner here into this open maze area, and in front of you, looming out of the darkness, a spider of gigantic proportions. Like Shelob-sized.
No.
But Idicus is still Idicus size.
Shiny black, yes, shiny black legs, dripping blood from the two fangs that hang out as it turns to look at you. Its giant black body rotating behind you, and you see the red hourglass on the belly.
Oh no.
I know what that is. Idicus does not.
No clue. Pretty shiny.
Right.
Meanwhile, Beowulf and Creature.
Creature spent the last couple minutes realizing that he doesn't
You
know
just
what Idicus
realized
is.
that
And
Idicus
has also
is
realized
gone. Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no way to track Idicus.
Yep. You look around for your constant companion and helper, Bickford, and in the distance, through the broken ice wall, you see. He thinks he's doing it at the speed that he's doing it, but it's actually. Yeah.
Creature somehow
He just
having no
he's got
lungs
12 pounds of haste.
puts 2 fingers in his mouth, and what should come out as a whistle.
What mouth? Like, is it like this?
Oh no! Does no one remember the initial drawing of Creature? He
Oh
has
yes,
the
you're in
slit
human
there.
form. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like he's not wearing a mask,
Yes.
so he puts them between his jaw,
Yeah.
and he suddenly realizes it's not going to work as he starts doing it.
Yeah.
But the loudest screaming whistle you've ever heard comes out from between Creature's fingers as for just a brief moment his body fills with a lung so he can blow out all this air.
Yep.
The thing that was the parasite hanging on just created a lung. It went, you need this for a moment,
Yes. So you.
but not so you can smoke.
Yes. Bickford. Some asshole brought a whistle to this party. There's always that one guy, and they never blow it along with the music. Right? I mean, there's always that guy is now at your party. You're jittering so hard you can't even see. Like you are an earthquake. You're just
Vibrating across the
Yeah,
table.
there's some vague shapes over there that might be things you used to remember a decade ago. Like that's how fast time is passing.
Way before the party.
Oh yeah, you've been partying forever.
Yeah.
You hear this shrieking whistle and look north to see Creature standing there.
Who are you?
Beowulf. As you
Creature
scream,
looks
who are you?
pissed.
Into the darkness. Beowulf, I would like a...
Oh, he's also dancing too.
Still dancing? Okay.
Yeah, vibrating. And
Like, who are you? Who are you?
I need a constitution save. Thank you for giving me the second to think. Beowulf, give me a constitution save. As Beowulf, not as a giant, because this is to keep from twitching. Oh, I love this game. That whistle is so loud, it shocks you. You do this, and you take a step forward through the portal.
Oh, I made it through.
You did. But a couple things happen at exactly that moment. I just have to get to the map here so I can fix this. Oh, right.
I'm still
never
holding
mind,
this.
that map is
No,
not
I
that
dropped
way.
the spear because I cover my ears.
Because you covered your ears. So without the spear...
Itch.
Oh, now I can't move you here because... okay. We're gonna have to stop because Roll20's pooped the bed over here. Unfortunately, I reset it. It's still not working, so we're gonna have to. That's okay. I was gonna stop this here anyway. Beowulf, you stumble into that room that I was describing before. These are 6 smaller statues in here, but they are exquisitely rendered. Every pore, every feature, every fold in the clothes is perfect. But they're encased in 3 feet of ice. In the center on the floor is a real dead giant, a frost giant, covered in as much ice as that. You see that they're lying inside a magic circle that's buried under 6 inches of ice on the bottom of this room. And as you process that, you hear boom behind you, and you turn and look, and it's a brick wall. Creature, you're the only one that can see this. From the main temple room, the portal closes.
Creature, in the most agitated state he's ever been in, pulls out a notebook and goes, "Things I need to fix. Druggy, missing child, missing teenager, and then God's damn this."
Perfect. That leads me into the natural progression. Let's do Bickford next. Tripping hard. There's this vague sort of thought that you're supposed to be doing something. You recognize Creature now because you got this vibe thing going. Like you matched the vibration of the eyeballs with the vibration of your skull so you can see again.
Yeah.
So you're all vibing at once. You can tell that that's Creature, and you can tell that he is pissed. He's on his last nerve. But you're dancing and having a great time, and speed, like the speed of light is nothing. You can watch candlelight move at this point. What's rapidly going through Bickford's head?
Right now, sort of pretending like he's listening to Creature rant,
Dad
but
Paladin joke.
watching the fire through the ice of the Remoras,
Yep.
and he's tripping balls.
Yep, absolutely.
Not a care.
Not a care in the world. I love it. In the middle of this most intense moment, Bickford's just like, yeah, it's fun.
Man,
I wonder if I should
on?
have some more. No, probably not yet.
Get an hour, dude.
These next 2. No, there's this is obvious. Beowulf. In their sleeveys. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, Beowulf. You are a giant at this moment in a room that is the temple that all giants worship. You get the impression that that dead body frozen to the ice is somehow a conduit to an actual god. What's your thought process? You're here all by yourself.
Well, first of all, once he sees the wall behind him, he's gonna go, "Shit, this is not good."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. He then is gonna turn back around and see the body and think something needs to be done. He wanders over. He's probably gonna wander over to that body.
Yeah.
Investigate it, and then look at where the body is at, as opposed to where the statues are.
Yep.
And see if it's just like it's set up just like in the other room where the Allfather's in the middle and the 6 statues are around.
Exactly, except these 6 statues are in a circle, so it's even a more perfect magical instance, ritual zone. And at their feet, at the bottom of the plinth of each of these statues, there is this mithril circle under the ice with magical runes written in it.
Okay.
You look down and see that, and oh, what have I got myself into?
Yeah, pretty much. So
Which-
why can't I have anybody else over here help me?
Which brings us to... Oh no, the mouth is covered with Frid. We know we're in trouble. Dearest, sweetest Idicus, you don't come up to this thing's first knuckle. You're all by yourself at the end of a long tunnel that you have no way that you're going to be able to figure out the way you came back, because you're in the middle of like a warren now. Not what do you do, but what spark happens in the ghostly brain of the goblin that is running the Warforge that is Iticus.
The goblin tells him to hide.
Just
That
hide. Yeah.
it's time to hide, and it's time to figure out how we can get out of being in trouble, because we massively are in trouble.
You're definitely in trouble this time.
Yeah, there's not reading social cues and the primal fear of a big ass spider.
Not to mention, I'm gonna throw this on Iticus too to give you a week to think about it. When there was the giant snake, you got away, but your friends were right there. Every time you've got yourself in trouble, your friends have been right there. But Iticus is in the dark with a big spider and no friends. And that is
Your
where
next
we're gonna
leash is
drop the
getting a
curtain.
padlock.
And at this potentially horrendous moment, we're going to stop way early tonight. But that's okay, because I need a week to think about this too. We have split the party in 4 again, because, oh, how do I love to split the party. And we will see them all again next week. Oh, yeah. We used the maps from Storm King's Thunder today. Other than that, we not much else. Nope. Well, except for the spider. It was there. I changed it, but there is a spider in that cave.
You did give us a handout.
I did. There, yes. Well, you needed that to get through the portal. But now you have no idea how much trouble the rest of you are in. But never mind. I digress. You'll figure that out next week. But until then, thank yous to everybody tonight. Tonight there were some frustrating moments for everybody, I think. So I really want to add an extra thank you tonight. Thank you to Scarred. I didn't let you Spider-Man. Your god was rude to you and ate your pseudo-friend. But thank you very much for joining us this evening and bringing the indomitable ill will of creature with you. I have bad intent. What do? I have bad intent. I love it. It's a wonderful creature. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Solar Dasher. What's it like being a giant?
Different. There's so much below me. I'm afraid I'm going to step on Iticus. In
Yes.
fact, he probably thinks at this point, since he hasn't seen Iticus in a while, he probably thinks that, except for the fact that he's now on the other side of the wall.
Yes.
He's also,
under your
I'm
boot.
assuming, closer to the size of the other giants in that room. So
Yeah, these statues are smaller. They're still bigger than you, but they are smaller. Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, and I've given everybody else a thing to think about for a week. I wonder what lycanthropy works like when you're polymorphed into a giant.
I've been wondering that too.
That's what I was wondering.
Well, that's where the legend of Fenrir came from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got a chance to become a Norse god.
Fenrir started
let's
out as a
do this.
pup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, he's one of my favorite Nordic stories. I know this too well.
Fenrir as a good boy before he grew up and got mean. Oh,
Look, he was a good boy, and then Odin was a jackass.
yes. Yep. I've been sitting on this for days. I have a thing that bugs me about the ad for the Loki series. I love the actor, I love the character. 99% of the time it's perfect. But in the promo, Loki says, "I'm 10 steps ahead of you. You're a chaos god, prick. You better not be any steps ahead of me." That would mean you're planning. Just
Well, it's the same thing
personal
with the Joker. It's one of those, do I
Yeah.
really look like a guy with a plan? Yes!
Yeah,
You
have a
planned this
plan.
convoluted, chaotic plan that under no circumstances should have worked, but it won an Oscar.
But
What am I
thank
to
you
say?
so much, Bison, for bringing us Bigford. You got to have a party dude in your party, so I appreciate it very, very much. And now you've got all the ecstasy you could ever want, and I turned ecstasy into a haste spell. That's how mechanically it's gonna work. You're hasted and happy. That's how it's working. I almost put 4 letters on it, but I thought you wouldn't take it if it said MDMA on the tablet.
That's how you get in trouble.
Yeah, and I did it again. I made them laugh. I made them laugh just before I talked to them. Sarah, thank you for playing Idicus. Thank you for getting in trouble. This is going to be so much fun. I don't know. I've already got ideas, and I'm sure you do too. And it's going to be joyous, joyous fun figuring out Idicus and the spider next week. But thank you for bringing this character to, of all the campaigns. This is a campaign on an epic scale, right? You're gonna you're gonna fix the ordning. You're gonna put things right, and Idicus is just like shiny and Fred, and that's it, and that's the whole world. So I love it. It is an absolutely magnificent approach to this, and it's really going to make next week interesting. So thank you.
Swear to
Thank you,
God,
thank you
Atticus
for
is
it.
going to be the one to fix the ordning. Just shiny! And then pile it all together, and then some reason, boom!
It all works. That's the reason why you've been keeping them alive this whole time. But thank all four of you. We turned Storm King's Thunder into a comedy. I don't think anybody, I've told lots of people, I don't think any of them believe it, but I keep telling them to come and watch, and it is, so we did. But thank you all, and thank you to everybody in chat. Thank you for the bits, thank you for the comments, thank you for the jokes, thank you for the engagement and showing up. Oh, I recognize people from all over the place here. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes, thank you.
It's awesome. I love doing this because I love the interaction and seeing that we're making ourselves happy and other people happy too. So hype, hype, hype indeed.
Yes.
Definitely.
And the one final thank you for the fine folks who watch this on YouTube when I remember to post it later this week. And I'll say the same thing. If you watched it all the way to here, you liked it. So please click the thumb. If you want to see the rest of them on my irregular posting schedule, hit the subscribe button, and that way you will know when I post them. Other than that, thank you for the feet. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. And until next time, please be nice to each other. Good night.